So, finally made it. Hello, everybody. Let's twiddle in some last technical details, and then we're going to play some Cataclysm again. Finally. Been a while, isn't it? So, let's see. That's in. All the jets enabled, and we're ready to go. Or at least I hope so. Hey, Poet, welcome. So, I did start out a complete clean slate of a character because I wanted to get with the game back on track because I fell out of the loop with Cataclysm a year or so ago. Or two by now? I don't know anymore. Sorry, my monitor is not monitoring. So, now it looks like it should. Sorry, I am sometimes oddly specific. Sayona Bellamy, hi there, welcome. So, here we go. So, I've been trying around with this fork of Cataclysm, and I enjoyed it so far. I figured we're going to explore it together. The character I made, almost no proficiencies or skills or nothing groundbreaking. I took the liberty to get myself some crafting skills so I don't have to start out with entirely nothing, and lockpicking. Because it really sucks to have to teach yourself that. It just takes so long. And been there once, never gonna go there. So, apart from that, it's the student background, and my primary focus was to get myself some really nice base stats. Well, I don't know, sort of. I heard that intelligence is a little bit neglected, but I love intelligence, so I'm not mixing here, just trying to enjoy the game. And infection resistance, that's been the only one that I picked up, because infections are just quite bothersome and annoying. And for those who come and watch this stream after it has been released, I also have put the link to the launcher where you can pick up Cataclysm and play it for yourself into the description box of all the things. So you can get that for free because this game is absolutely cost-free. Okay, now that's all out of the way. Let's get started. So, we have here a city called Salisbury in the neighborhood, and I took a standard evac shelter background start. So let's have a talk-see with our dude here. So he has no direct quests or anything. So because I'm an antisocial person, I'm just going to stroll away. I just don't want to interact with the NPCs in this game. I feel like I like to pretend as if I'm the only person. I know that NPC interactions have been improved over the course of the time, but who needs other people? Okay. So let's go downstairs and pray to on Jesus that we are not having the start with anything like ants. I hate the ant start. Everybody does hate the ant start, but I want the regular bathroom start. Let's see. Emergency blanket, a flashlight. Let's pick that up. It's not a bad thing. Looking for a bathroom though. There we go. So I hope the sound is configured okay. Let me know if not. That's been the stuff I've been after. My first aid box. I hope that the sound isn't too sharp or anything. I did my best to configure it before the stream, but it's sometimes quite hard. Okay. So, we got the first aid kit box. So, we got ourselves some things to bandage ourselves up. I unload that directly. So, we're going to drop down. Oh, we're not going to. Let's do doctor read. Let's open the stuff here. My character is entirely random created, except for the stats. So the visuals, the blue hair was something I noticed in hindsight. So turns out I'm an anime main protagonist. Could be worse. So we're dumping our stuff here because I figure probably, if we're lucky, could be a nice location for a base camp. There's many different things, but as a starter base, it'll do just fine. Well, let's move over to the trailhead and see if we can loot something over there. Alright, sound seems okay. Nice. Ah, oh, you're the best, guys. You're the best. Just making sure that you know it. So, we are going to go and grab ourselves some stones. W for wield, and wield that rock. Huh. There's somebody rotting in my lawn. Cataclysms these days. Jeans. So, just wearing boxer shorts? Ah, slacks. Slacks versus jeans. I rather take the pilfered jeans from the next home, thank you. So since I always like to have sort of a role-playing idea, where we're going to try to build ourselves a home in the apocalypse, because I never did the base building things for real, and I want to do something that I didn't do before. Just some goals, because with this game, if you don't have goals, you're pretty lost with it. So I'm just pilfering right now, rocks, and I can accumulate a couple of them in my hands. As you see there, I can stack them. I did some things in preparation. Is that sugar cane, or was that Japanese knotweed? I didn't know that yet. So early game now, grabbing some rocks, because that's how we're going to kill our first seas. Yeah. I figured recently that this is one of the easiest ways to kill your first zombies. You can kite the regular ones if you don't run into runners or something like that. You shouldn't do that until you're proficient with throwing. But for starters, you can just pretty much kill everybody with that, as long as you're faster than them. So we're just pilfering the meadow for some rocks. Let's go. 17 rocks. I think I'm gonna stop with 20. 18 and 19. So just as a heads up, we are going to go into vacation in the middle of July. I'm going to drop the exact date on the Discord, and I will also drop the notifications on YouTube, of course. But I just wanted to give the heads up that finally summer vacation will come, but not now. Well, now it's the apocalypse. So, newspaper page. Government facilities bombed. Appealing. This game has a lot of similarities with Zomboid. It's basically a turn-based version of Zomboid, where you don't die immediately when you get bitten by a zombie, because you get immediately infected with a lethal disease. Here you can patch yourself up and It is basically the most hyper-realistic and granular post-apocalyptic, or apocalyptic. I should rather say apocalyptic. It's not over. It is. We're right in the middle of it. It's the most accurate apocalypse simulator out there, and it's just lovely. If you like horror in general, it's just a great game, because you have so many things you can craft. You see, we're going to. I could make myself a rock in a sock right now. But I'm not keen to go into melee range for these guys. For once, I will go for a ranged character right off the bat. I wanted to do that because usually I go for melee characters, and this time I won't. So, we got enough rocks in our hands. I don't know how the hell this guy juggles 27 rocks, which have weapon quality in his hands, but I won't bother. It's 18 kilogram of rocks. I bet he's carrying them under his arm, and I don't know. Let's don't stricken ourselves in realism. I just realized the other day that the amount of rocks that I can't hold in my hands is quite ridiculous. But I'll take it. So move on over to the trailhead and see if we can find something. Sometimes you find freshwater pumps and right on cue. This is pretty nice, because that means I don't need to cook my water. I can just go here and grab it and carry it back home. Very useful. Let's see what the place here has. A tank top. And I left my wallet in Salisbury. Useful. We also have a wood stove in here, which we could use to cook. If the vicinity isn't hostile, I could carry my my food in here and cook safely in here. But the forests aren't safe, and I don't want to linger near these places until I got myself a nice shotgun or something more cozy, which I could blast giant animals away with. Seriously, there's some really, really scary stuff out there in the nature. And the planes, you know, at least you see the Miko coming or whatever wants to gnaw your face off, enslave you, or let's not name the other things. Nobody wants to know the other things. So, let's keep going and grab ourselves some more rocks. Theo, hi there. So, let's see. Oh, bother. Okay, it's just a road barricade? Is it? Okay. There's sometimes these things are... We shall not go there. This could be landmines or stuff behind that, okay? I've had the worst things behind enclosures and stuff. Okay, we see our first zombies here on the way to Salisbury. Obvious stuff. So, I will be walking this way to see what we can find there, or what will find us eventually. But it's the dawn of a new day, so we can see quite far. There's a new trailhead. Let's go over there. It's a bigger house. Evac shelter. Could be good, could be dangerous. But could be also emptied. We'll see. So happy to have so many people around here tonight. Quite glad. So let's really, really carefully enter the proximity of that. Tell you what, I'm going to take the long way around, because sometimes the undead have already taken this place. Sometimes you can also train your aiming at turkeys, but since we're role-playing, I wouldn't say that this guy is that much of a psychopath. He's caring about these little gobblers, or at least I would be. I always think that it works like that. It's the dead walk. The rioters, yeah. In the newspapers, this is all played down as riots. Civil war with zombies. Zombie protesters. Okay. So far, so good. Let's hope it's not ants. I hate ants. Alright. There's definitely provisions here. So far, so good. I mean, I'm gonna say no to that. Detergent, chemicals. I'm picking up the clean water right away. We can dismantle this place. I don't want to go downstairs. If there's anything dangerous downstairs, I will have to rely on my 2 feet, and I don't want to do that. But I say so long, and thanks for all the water, because honestly, we have gotten ourselves 10 bottles of water, which is quite a nice catch. We might be returning to this place one other day. There's still a lot of stuff to be found there. There's a lot of timber, the shelves, or what's it called, lockers, that's the word I was looking for. It's a lot of metal, and yeah, stripping this place down might get us some really nice resources eventually, but currently I am still just on the looking around and grabbing freebies phase, if there are any. Yeah. this game. I've never had electricity running in any of my bases, Seona. So, or is it Sheona? Oh god, I'm so bad with sometimes pronunciations. Anyways, let's just keep going. I just want to say, electricity, yeah. I wanted to love the game, but then the further developments of Dark Days Ahead went down, and they went like no man's omen. It just went downhill, and I lost fun with that, and I hope that it will be more fun here. And my first experimentation runs here were really, really enjoyable. I don't know why yet. So there's a Z in the bushes. One and a panic person. I've never seen that before. All right. Doesn't look like somebody that is worth saving. So, you know, we should put up a traffic shield with zombie passing and a man running in panic. We're just letting them cross the road and have a good one. Bye-bye. I love this game. It's these little interactions that always make this game so enjoyable for me. Miniature railway park. I don't know these, but that's where the panic persons come from. There's a zombie child, a tough zombie. Zoom in there. So yeah, well, miniature railway park. Obviously, there's children around. Well, I don't see these places as providers of vital loot. I mean, railway parts. I mean, I love trains as every normal insane person does, but this is not really the first place that I wanted to go for. Come on, poet. Yeah, Shauna, thank you. So, Shauna, I don't want to touch these. The panic people are doing their thing, but maybe we can. I don't want to interfere. This is better for my mood and my guilty conscience. I didn't start the fire. Zombie child was already after the guy before I even was close. This is not how I want to train my skills. Not at all. Okay. So maybe one day we will be checking out this place, but not today. Let's keep going the road. Let's see. Find something exciting. I mean, I do enjoy the fact that I got a big city around the corner. And I think it's going to be a very, very nice place to slowly conquer my way through. But at the same time, this might be an easier place to go through with. At least to train my throwing to a point where we cancel auto move. Yes. Drown zombie. Zombie child. A panic person. So these are new additions to the game. So there's a house. This looks like a manageable situation. And obviously the panic people and the zombies are playing catch. Yet again. Quite a good distraction here. But oh, there's a zombie doc. Let's get out of here. Zombie docs are the worst possible news for me right now. These guys are fast, relatively hard-hitting. At least hard-hitting enough to be really lethal to a non-armored guy like me. Can't really properly run away from them. And yeah, I suck at chucking rocks yet, so Nuh-uh. When you start with no combat skills at all, you really need to pick your first combats very, very carefully. But I love that kind of start. I don't know why I am like that, but I also like that when playing games like RimWorld, to set up myself the challenge to really have to start with almost nothing. I mean, this is basically a luxury start with Fabrication 2, which is a very, very powerful thing, but I didn't go for survival to keep some challenge going. And no tailoring, which is also really a power crafting stat. It's very grindy though, so I took lockpicking instead, so I have my advantages. So anyways, let's see if we can get ourselves some easy catch of the zombies down the road. Currently I only see wild rabbits, but the road seems to be full of them. We can't take a tough zombie yet. Neither can we take a runner zombie. Or a zombie dog. Everything in between should be fairly easily doable. I have confidence. So please, fat zombie, regular zombie. Yeah, it's all killable. Okay, now we need to lure the first zombie into our training park. This game so much. I'm so happy that The Last Generation is picking up steam, and pun intended, this is going to Steam eventually, and I hope that it will get its own tag on Twitch soon. But I'm so happy that a more friendly party has started continuing the development of Cataclysm, because Dark Days Ahead, it just irked me away all the unnecessary hostility that was going on and on, and the game kept getting worse and worse. So, really hope that I will enjoy myself here as much as I did enjoy myself when I started. So, oops, that was one zoom too many. Let's get started. So, yeah. You see, I'm taking this guy really, really close to me because I'm that bad at throwing that we need to take him that close. So, yeah. So, meanwhile, I do get experience points in throwing, so in case you're wondering why I do this like that, I always wait until I get a clean 2-tile distance between me and the dude. Then I wait, and then I throw. This is because a throw requires 68 actions to fire. A movement takes 100 actions to move, on average. The zombie's a little bit slower. In short, this ensures that there's a very, very high likelihood that the guy doesn't get a swing in. And while it is now very obnoxious to kill the very first guy like that, this method will become quite efficient in a very, very short amount of time. I find this extremely enjoyable because it's somehow also, I don't know, I like the mood of that because, you know, thrown rocks are lethal. The cavemen already knew that. There we go. You see we're getting the first few hits in and the thing is already taking damage. The more damage it takes, the slower it gets. Eventually we will be able to throw on this distance. Let's see. Boop. Versus, it's just much better. We will be getting there though. Due to the fact that I have looted such a high amount of stones before we started this, I can't just casually kite it backwards until it's done. And now we have level 1 throwing. That's the very first milestone to be proud of, so we're going to be a little bit less careful now. There we go. Take that, zombie! You didn't even have any loot! Yeah, I was hoping to enjoy myself my first MP3 player or something. I mean, I only got a smartphone. Okay, so we're going to follow a trail now and get ourselves some rocks in. Plus minus how many hits to kill? Currently around 10. It'll get better now since we're starting to level up throwing and the ratio of good hits increases. Eventually we will be around 8 hits with rocks. It doesn't get that much better. It's just rocks after all. But it's super handy to get beyond these initial encounters where you just have nothing to fight your way through. So I'm salty that they removed the mod that let you improve your stats. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Shauna. I hear you so much. I miss it. If somebody out there hears that, just re-include it. I can't download it from the launcher. And it gave me that really nice RPG vibe where killing stuff was more than just leveling up my stats. I do enjoy it still. I do say that I too miss it though. It's dearly missed, dearly departed. Definitely with you, Dasha. There we go. As you see there, this is now going much faster. Progress. So a laptop. Hell yeah. That's loot. I mean, I never really got deeper into what we can do with these, but, well, I always wanted to go and enhance my knowledge of the game. And there's the fat zombie closing on in, and the other one as well. But at this point, no problemo. Just need to decide which one I'll kill first. And I'll say, we're taking the skinny one first. He's less heavily armored. So yeah, I really enjoy throwing. For this run, I have also planned to learn using... let's do that again. Stop smashing, yes. Let's do that again later. To learn slinging, shotting, and I always wanted to have a character that lobs grenades into enemies with a fancy slingshot. So, definitely want to do that. So this guy takes much less damage from the hits because he's better armored. But that doesn't matter in the long run, because this guy is that slow that I just will walk around him and re-pick up my rocks and start lobbing my ammunition back at him again once I run out of rocks. It really doesn't matter that much. The biggest enemy of mine currently is my stamina. You see, chucking rocks in that ratio is eventually exhausting. But, yeah, that guy also is going down quite decently now. So, moving around, wielding my rocks. Okay. And let's take a sip of coffee. Project Zomboid never cut it for me versus Cataclysm, because it ain't turn-based. I'm a sucker for turn-based games. It just is what it is. This whole real-time things, you know, sometimes I do enjoy that. It's not as if I would say that I don't like games because they're not turn-based or anything like that. But this whole Cataclysm simulation lost its entire appeal the moment the Zomboid devs took two decisions that irked me away from the game entirely. The instant lethal infection and the real time. I mean, happy for the people that enjoy it. I don't want to say anything bad, you know. But, not for me. I luckily got Cataclysm. Ooh! And a funny little zipper bag. let's not name it out loud so I don't get demonetized. Smash! Alright, caffeinated chewing gum and some more smartphones. Currently I'm looting the smartphones because they are a quite nice source of electrical parts, did you know? So, quickly reallocate the ammo. 28 shots, that sounds about right. Regain the stamina. No, I don't want to sleep. Isn't there a rest? Wait for several minutes. Pipe. Wait a while. Ah, that's the one. So let's wait 5 minutes to regain our breath. Stop waiting. Yes. I love real time whenever I do PvP. Because PvP and real time go so well together because it gives both parties only the same window of time to react. And that's where I feel like that's the true battle of wits. I don't like games like chess where you can ponder eternally about turns. Although you can also play chess with turn limiters and all. And I personally approve that. But I also never got too much into chess. I don't know. Too formulaic. Too much explored. I mean, this game has been explored since centuries. Anyways, zombie. Not this one. This already did. So, 10 damage per shot. So at this rate, we are shredding it. Progress. This is just throwing at the brink to 2. Nice. It's just a little bit annoying to micromanage all the ammunition the whole time. But, well, works. Keeps my character going without getting injured at all. I really like that method. So far, my most enjoyable one that I have found for the early game. Problem is just you can't kill anything that is moving too fast. You can't chuck the rocks while they are in front of you still, but yeah. Does work best at a distance, obviously. Okay, there's more roadblock ahead. We're shredding it quite nicely, and I want to get into Salisbury, because all the other locations didn't seem to be better alternative. I was looking for something like a hotel or something like that. The zombie dog is not spotting me yet. Good. We will still go smashing the corpse. Alright, zombie dog is an annoying problem. I mean, I am confident that I can hurt this thing enough to be, to whittle it down, that I can kill it afterwards. The problem is that I don't want the other guys to join on it. What an unsavory situation. And I do what you always should do in roguelikes when you're not sure how to win something. You avoid the combat entirely. Yeah, isn't it? The one point of throwing does do so much damage. I was super amazed to see how effective just rock chucking can be. And as long as you keep it with the basic zombies, you're totally fine with that. So I'm trying to get now somewhere around to this area here because there's hordes. This is a big city, and big cities always have lots of zombies in them, so that's that. Okay. I mean, the plains environment is really good for fighting psych. There's lots of terrain that I can use. Okay. We are carefully getting closer to the city proximity. Nice. There's sadly not really any buildings in sight so far. Let's see. Only a groundhog. Goodbye, groundhog. What's that? A garage. Fat zombie, headless zombie. Alright. Good. This might be not really where I want to enter the city because there's obviously not a building there. But maybe, only maybe, these garages contain functional vehicles. Not entirely impossible. Also not entirely impossible that I can't enter the garage and it's all for naught for now. But, yeah. We need to clean the streets for now. But yeah, there's one tough zombie in the back line there. But, that's not bothering me too much. So I need to be careful with the direction where I pull them. I don't want to go too close to the road and get more trouble into my way. So we're going to go here. Okay. Very, very curious to find out what the garage contains. An early car is always so fun. It's one of the most fun things to have because it increases your radius of operations massively. Very, very early on, which is really fun. Because that means you can cherry pick the locations that you play a little bit more. Because honestly, you can't really fight you can't fight all fights early on. It's just a few things that will just melt us right now. There we go. Come on! He's slow enough that I can't take 2 throws per step. Yeah. That makes it go much faster. Oops. It's almost dead. I love throwing rocks by now, seriously. It's so much fun. A multi-tool. Nice. That's a good boot. One other downside about throwing rocks, they are strength reliant. If you play a character that is not high strength, one problem, and the other thing is, this is just also a lot of kilogram of sheer weight I'm carrying around. Not as if guns weren't heavy either, but you get the idea. But yeah. Divide and Conquer works quite nicely so far. But I mean, at this throwing skill, I wouldn't be too much in trouble if they would be coming in larger numbers. But since this character doesn't have any armor or any bigger weapon that I could use in case of emergency, I only look very, very successful. I am so easy to kill right now. It is not good, you know. A flyer. The local church. Visit St. Mary's on the river while it's not too late. Repent while you still can. I don't think that the people that went to this church are now better off than the others. But we will find out. Promise. So, speeding up the process now a little bit because I think I have explained it enough. Just gotta be careful when you're playing fast that you're not playing dumb. It's always the risk, you see. So, yeah. I'm the apocalyptic smartphone trader. Need a new phone, dude? Alright. I think we have almost cleared the area. There's just one headless and a regular one. Not even kiting them back too much. This is now becoming my city. Don't move into the grass. Ooh. So, we're now at throwing level 2. More than that, another flyer. Pickled meat in a jar, just like your grandma used to make. It will last for months or longer, and when you've eaten it, you can refill and seal the jar. Stock your emergency supply today. Mystery meat. Yum. I love these little flyers and stuff in this game. It's so much fun. Oh, you're right, Shauna. Tools in the garage. Okay. So, let's see. I think we're good to take a peek in there. There is a car. Let's see. Doop 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 doop. Battery. It's an electrical? It seems. Electric sedan, yeah. And as far as I see things, it is intact. An electric one even. But it doesn't have any solar panels. So currently it's a limited drive. I see. With one damaged battery too. But let's see, what do we have here? Tire changer. Beverly shear. I don't know that one. Okay. Something for cutting metal. Seat belts. Water oil. Polycarbonate shields. Nuts and bolts. Welding goggles or welding mask. I mean, is there any reason not to? Makes hard to see, yes. Very good reason not to. Platinum gas discount card. Your discount is mine. And, yeah, I can't reach the, backside yet. Power lath. Lathy? I don't know that word. I know what this machine is in German, but I don't know the exact word either. But I know that one. So, a tool belt. Good find. Tool belts allow you to holster items, which is some really, really good stuff. Work gloves. Yeah, sure. Not bad. I'll take it. Drive belt. Electric polisher. Not really necessary right now. New engine. Smalls. Boop. Okay. Useful things. Probably hacksaw. Hell yeah. That's something we definitely will pick up. Okay. Game Player 75. Hello there, everybody. So, let's see. Okay. I can't fathom how lucky I consider myself. These things you usually really sometimes look a very, very long time for. Or you can if you're unlucky. But yeah, welding gear. Just from the start. Which is amazing because I always wanted to try out with that crafting part. But I never really made it that far in my previous attempts. So that's going to be very satisfying. So let's see. The tough zombie isn't acting as tough anymore. Because he's not even spotting me. What a loser. Nobody's stopping me. Okay. Jumper cable, lug wrench, scissor jack. Okay. Ah, that's a backside trunk. I see. So, control vehicle. Okay. Here, put it away. Store in inventory. Stop driving. Okay. Let's carefully drive it out of here. I kissed the wall a little bit. But I think in these days, nobody will care. Okay, so let's steer around. Take that thing down the road. Is this... Rocky saw. Alright. Yeah. I don't know yet how I would be recharging those batteries in the car yet. There's a road. I need to be careful about these. But, yeah. In the very early game, getting yourself a free electrical car, I'm not able to say no to that. We're picking it up, and the luxury electric sedan destroys the newspaper. Take that, Cataclysm. Oh no, I attracted zombies. Quick, let's drive away. Yeah. Also driving very, very slowly to conserve the battery. This is not going to be something that I use lightly. And we're going to drop the car here. Here at the crossroads. So I can use it as something to flee towards to. If I ever have the need to. And yeah. Let's see. Just wondering if whether or not this is going to be my mobile camp now or not for the time being. But I have just decided that I want to go over here. Solar panels of the HVAC shelter roofs. Do you need some skill like electronics to use them or something like that? Because I'm really literally clueless about that, and I would need to find that out for myself first. So let's drop all the smartphones into the corner. Let's make a pile of currency as well. I think we have included that much more. Water's quite some kilos too. But I figured that this place here is a pretty good starting point. Ah, yeah, of course, the laptop, that's surely some kilos too. Yep. Hacksaw isn't lightweight either. I do need a cell phone on my own though. Let's take this one again. Alright. So, yeah. I'd say we're going to drink some of that water and leave the rest here. I mean, it's really not that necessary. Let's walk back to the city. I didn't pick up any of the welding equipment yet, Shauna. Stizzy, hi there. Appreciate that you enjoy the tutorials that I do. I really love making tutorials. It's always so lovely having people drop by that encourage me to keep going because it's obviously helping, so thanks for that. So, Cataclysm will receive some guides from my end as well, as soon as I have learned my way around again. But yeah, with solar panels, we could definitely recharge the car. That's a good point. So, let's see. There's a house, and until something pops up that I can't kill, I will keep going. Yeah, I got it. I got the message. Zombie dogs, zombie runners, all the unsavory things that you don't want to see. Alright. What is this? Yes, it is. Water. Lots of it. Yeah. I mean, I have already a water pump right next door, but I really don't mind access to water in this amount either. So we're going to circle the city now. And my plan is to enter the city now from this angle. And see if the stuff guarding that entrance is less lethal. We gotta be walking though with very, very generous distance from things. As you know, not always is it a turkey herd. So there we go. Spotted a tough zombie and a regular one so far. Nothing I am too bothered with. There's dead things down the road. This is not good. Let's take a closer look. So... okay, that's been a panicked person. It's been a panicked person too. So, nothing to be worried about. Just panicked people being eaten by zombies. The regular business of the Cataclysm. But, cynical jokes by yeah, it's just good. There's one of them dudes coming towards me, and it looks as if we are successfully able to loot this side of the street before we get the real baddies in. Nice. 8 dogs are a death sentence early game. I don't think that I would need 8. Oh, Stizzy, I will do more Factorio episodes very soon. I didn't find time today, but tomorrow I will continue my new Space Age tutorial series, so since you mentioned Factorio. You see, I had the urge to do some Factorio, or play some Factorio quite recently again, and to have an excuse to start all over new again, I figured I could make a new tutorial series, because my old ones were, one, really no longer up to my production standards, and two, long overdue. So, win-win. So expect more of that. So, and I will do that one time now in my streams and in my videos from time to time because it's sadly a pretty pressing matter. So I also take tips and any support because sadly I am not really able to live off of my business yet. And I take all the help, and I need help actually, because as it stands, I'm not growing fast enough because YouTube is just choking me off with the advertisements, and I am not taking any shady sponsorship deals. I'm getting a lot of crappy sponsorships, but I prefer you guys as my sponsors because you're much better than some Chinese company wanting me to sell solar panels. I shit you not. So yeah, I now have it off my mind. I have to do it once because my wife scolds me for not saying some advertisements like these. So now I'm done. Thrower build, yes, pretty much so. I figured that this is a very, very nice way to get yourself through the early game because I built this character with no combat skills whatsoever, just a slight skill in fabrication and lockpicking because I love to start from nothing. That's been the entire idea here. So, carefully stepping ahead, tenderly smashing the panicked people's leftovers because, you know, we don't want... They've been through it once. They don't need to be through it twice. And now, new zombies are closing on in. Ah, rocks are so fun early game. I just don't see them scale into proportion for more dangerous threats. But yeah, it's pretty cool until then. Since rocks are ubiquitous amount available early on, it's pretty cool. And I figured that slings should be pretty funny when they can lob explosives too. No, let's not stop smashing. I still got 12 rocks in my hands. But the tough zombie comes along too. Now things are getting a little bit out of hand here. So let's take it a little bit far away. The thing about the tough zombie is, right now, I am about as fast as him. If he gets any good hit on me, he's going to turn faster than me. So we're going to separate now the zombie child. Shoot. The zombie child is slower than me, alright. Let's zoom out and take the situation with proper care. Ah, throwing weapon. Yeah, we're going to craft something as soon as I am done pilfering a couple of houses. Right now I am in the very, very early phase of getting resources together. I have a couple of things that I wanted to try out. Among them, throwing sticks. I mean, it sounds like nothing, but I wanted to give them a try. This guy's already pretty battered up. Sounds like the panicked people give him a good whacking before they died. So with this guy, because he's faster than the others, I'm taking my shots only while he's 2 squares away, accepting also the fact that I'm not hitting as hard. But I don't want to get close up with this guy, because if I do, there's a high likelihood that I need to do my combat much more careful for the rest of the day, or even need to break it because I am too slow because I'm injured. That would be really, really bad. You are a bullfrog. I am done smashing now. Great. I need to get back there. So, yeah. Mood penalty incoming! But, yeah. There we go. Okay, that's been a lot of boots. Wow. But I gotta say, it went down very, very smoothly. It took a little bit more than my whole stack of ammunition. But it's okay. Throwing 2, 44%. So there's a lot of room for improvement. But we seriously should be considering some real weapon there eventually. It's a good point from game player. It's an interesting approach to say you can slow them by injuring them and then run away. Thanks for that. I usually am too much of a fight to the death person, I think. To a fault. That matter. So, let's see. Let's gather up some new rocks. Get back to town. So... why does the game black out from time to time? So, I heard some disturbing noises. I don't believe a word that I hear. Especially not voices saying, "Honey, where are you?" Whoa! That's a whole party down there! Honey, where are you? Okay, so this house is teeming with zombies. But only harmless ones so far. But I gotta be careful with these. I've had one of these party houses before, and the problem with these is that they sometimes like to contain sort of a boss monster. So I gotta be very, very careful about this one. Especially since I heard that spooky voice there. I would assume that this is most likely some monster being able to talk. Stun gun. Booyah tactics, hi there. Do you think you could handle using a pacifist character? No. No, the black screen is happening whenever I tap out to read the YouTube chat. Yeah, I need to fix that for the next stream. I'm very, very sorry for you guys, for the bother. I will find a solution for that. It's not YouTube acting out weird. So... why are they, not getting closer? Oh well. I was hoping changing the settings the way I did before would resolve the problem, but let's see if I can do something else here. So, we are no longer full screen. I was thinking that this would fix it. Let's see, maximized. Doesn't really change anything visually. Yeah, basically I need to somehow get it into a windowed application. Or get the YouTube chat onto my secondary monitor as well. Let's do it like that for the time being. Alright, now I can see both chats on my secondary monitor without tapping out of the game. Yeah, if the house is filled with dogs, that is really, really bad. Dogs are, in my opinion, among the worst things that you can encounter early on. Because they just shred. But, well... Speaking about shredding, if I would get a good shot onto that thing before it closes in, a couple of good shots, that is, I do think I have a fair chance to kill it, actually, before it kills me. Okay. Let's see. Still taking this street very, very seriously. Yeah, the mood down, that's because I had to kill one Z-child. You see, they always do that to you. First they try to kill you, and then you are depressed because you had to kill them. There we go. Getting closer a little bit, so my ammo is a little bit more piled up after the fight on one location. That one was able to get into fighting range even. I fumbled. Okay. I did the smash. I did the monster smash. You see, you have to. You have to smash what needs to get smashed. Include the funny zipper bags with the funny contents. Okay. Oh, there's another one. So how well does my throwing develop so far? I will do. There we go. No, I don't want to stop smashing. Always want to loot the rocks, but you need to wield the rocks so they get back into your handheld inventory. So, oh, a new flyer. I always love these. So, bags, bags, bags. They're very useful things. If we didn't have bags, what could we use to put a lot of things in? Okay. Slightly disturbing. There's the first zombie dog, so now I can try out if my throwing is really up to par. The zombie dog doesn't even close on in. Okay. This place is weird. Is this dog even faster than me? It's a bit faster than me. Okay, so... Bam! Dog down. I knew I had it in me. Alright, it's a pretty good sign, because that means I can now... Gosh, that's annoying. Go! Chewing tobacco. Guys, use the door handle. It's amazing how long they take to shred through one door. Jeez. This is slightly problematic. Oh, dexterity is for accuracy. I see, thanks. I thought it is only strength. Oh boy, I'm not done with Spellforce yet, but at the point where I could operate it. I roughly learned it, realized how deep it is, and then felt so burned out last week because of the heat and me just needing summer vacation finally. So I'll be getting back to it, but I might be taking a few days more for that. I'm very sorry about that. But after 100 hours of Monster Train 2, learning and all, I really noticed that my brain was giving me the finger for trying to learn new things for a while, so I needed to take a little bit of a break for a few days. There's always only so much I can do. Poor panicked person. Okay. Whoa. Yeah. I do expect some serious trouble deeper down in the house, in all honesty. I can't imagine that this is going to be easy in there. Taking high distance shots now to soften him up a little bit. My throwing is good enough to go for that. Feral human build is what I would call that. Old school feral human. Death by a million rocks. Okay, wow, that's seriously a lot of dudes up ahead. This city surely really likes to try to kill me. But the interesting part is that they are all quite disoriented. They don't really come as a organized entity or anything like that. They often even stumble around in the front of the house. They don't even notice me while they're stumbling around. I wonder if they're high or what's the matter. And that, by the way, just showed why I'm only throwing while 2 tiles away. Guy was just standing in front of me all of a sudden. God, I hate these guys. They're fast and tough. Even while almost dead. I mean, look at this guy. He's almost gone. And he's still almost as fast as me. Would you die already? Thank you. So, flyer. Soda advertisement. Cascade Cola. Okay. Taking your wallet now. Yeah. Yeah, I did that too. I love to use against the ferals the lampposts on the streets because you can block their shots quite nicely. The most dangerous things that I've met so far? Hard to say. Some of the gargantuan things, I think Hulk, or what was called? Not a bone Hulk, but a zombie Hulk. Juggernaut? I don't know. The ones that are larger than normal humans and faster and go make you go die quite quick. Okay. So now we know why we heard so much ruckus in there. Because a lot of muscular people were still partying in there. Alright. Hello. You are aware of me? Alright. Good. Oh, didn't pick up a couple of rocks there. I must have missed a few. There we go. So, getting closer to throwing level 3. Still would like to know where I left the other rocks. There goes the next one. Okay, tough boy. Bring it. Tough boy? Oh, yeah, you, That's what I'm talking. Guy's not really realizing me. Now he does. He noticed me smashing his friend. Oh, he's angry. Little does he know that it doesn't matter. Okay. So, this guy's already a bit slower than me, which means it really depends if you get those leg shots in or not. Always aim for the legs. If you could, that is. This is a bad direction to kite towards. Just realized that I don't want to. Never kite into unknown terrain. Just as you don't dig directly down in Minecraft. Same logic. Okay. But luckily enough, I got super glue now instead of rocks. Okay, 22 rocks remain, as they should. Honey, you need to hurry from the east and above. Okay. That means we're not gonna get close to the upper stairs of this house, because there's a quite high likelihood that there's something really messed up calling us upstairs. I know this game well enough to, you know, no. I'm just gently noping out the you need to hurry thing until I got a shotgun for that thing. It's calling me gently. Throwing contest with the ferals, yeah, I don't know. I took down with this build one feral already. It was okay. But once he was in my face, I wasn't able to kite him anymore. It was quite unsavory. Because, you know, ferals are just about as fast as you are. Ooh. I did a whoopsie there. I trust my throwing skills now. It was a close contest, though. There's so many baddies around there still. Antifungal drugs. Now that might be useful one day. Okay, the remaining zombie here in the room really got me. But there's quite some likelihood this has been it. There's downstairs here. There's the garage still. Let's use the winch to open it. And I'd say this is as far as I will go for further exploration. Let's pilfer some. Let's see, plastic bottle. No, that is not really something pilfering worth. Alright. Food stuff, it's always good. Very, very worried about what's upstairs in the other house. Electro, I have no clue. The most recent experimental one of the last generation from the launcher. That's all I know. Great coat. Rubber boots. Leather belt. Luckily, I am already wearing a tool belt, so I don't need more than that. Okay. RPG die. I learned recently that you can use these on your slingshot, although the damage really blows. Boom, boom, boom. Paper. Always quite nice if you don't have to make it yourself. Super glue. Pretty nice crafting mat. Cooking utensils. I don't want to loot these yet. Let's pick up the forks. If I remember correctly, you can make lockpicks out of forks, right? Yes. So a couple of them for later usage. Here, bleach, cotton patches. I don't want to pick up heavy liquids right now while we're probably still on the run. Books, on the other hand. So, a blanket and a pillow. You know, gotta sleep. Cargo shorts. Cargo pants I would have taken. A hairpin. Hell yeah, these are really valuable. Okay. You don't need menstrual pants yet. Might be using them for the cotton's sake eventually. Whoopsie. Ugh. Jabberwock, Hulk, Skeletal Juggernaut. Yeah. Skeletal Juggernaut rings a bell, or Hulk. Yeah, we will be experimenting around with things. For me, I really got a very, very strong focus on melee in my previous runs. And I therefore want to explore ranged combat a little bit more. Let's see. Don't you have... Okay, we don't have a flashlight on us, so... Always look downstairs before you go downstairs, you see. Okay. Since the zombies were so kind to smash this place up, we got some nice things to loot in here. Hinges. I'm picking up the nails. Can't make nice things out of nails. There's planks also, but no. Skirt, we don't need that. Long string. We're starting to collect the long string now a little bit. as these are really, really multifunctional things. Leather pants. Still looking for the cargo pants. Personally, a big fan of these. Okay. Ooh, nice. Books I really like as a find. So... oh, tampons. Disassembly might yield. No, it's not the one that I'm looking for. It's cotton. Let's pick them up. I'm pretty sure that we can make something out of that. Cotton is always nice to have. So many regards. This place is definitely stacked. But it looks as if my backpack is full. Shaving razor. Makeshift shaving kit. Okay. Well, I bet that the blanket that I'm carrying around is definitely filling my pockets. So... let's leave the place for now. As my inventory space is definitely not up to par. Therefore, let's have a walk to the base. Yeah, that's amazing about throwing, that you can't skip the entire aiming phase. Definitely with you on that. It's what makes it a really, really good beginner weapon and all. I think we can now clear the remainder of the road there. Isn't that yellow something that you really don't want to see? Isn't that a beehive? Potter's Cottage. Okay. Instant PTSD when I see something that's yellow. Okay. Currency, smartphones, and other electrics. My own one, not though. The lighter we will keep too. Here, that's where we dump the medicine. And the other interesting substances. Gonna keep the bandages though. So what else? Random crafting ingredients. We can definitely use later. And a place to sleep at. And a stun gun. Okay, so yeah. Some forks. And random crafting material will remain here. Wallets will go here. Okay. Let's see if we can clear the roadblock there. I never took too much effort with the NPCs because I'm not interested in NPC interactions. Admittedly. I like to play this game as a lone wolf scenario. So I was quite unhappy when I saw that the Dark Days Ahead development arc was planning to add in more forced NPC interactions, basically. Alright. We killing it, literally. Another smartphone. I got bitten by a goose! You filthy. It avoids my projectile. Would you believe that? We are not done yet. This thing has declared war on me. It has hurt my arm. My precious arm that I need to throw rocks with. Alright. Jokes aside, we are going to lure the tough guy into his demise. So obviously, that's the one that needs to die first. There we go. Almost through with them. There we go. Oop. It's not the distance that I wanted. Ooh, I'm at throwing 3 now. I'm also grabbed. Always keep pressing the wrong button in the first place. Okay. We will get ourselves eventually quite a nice amount of electrical parts. I mean, probably I'll never need that many, but I am also somehow not able to stop wording these. So, it's noon of my first day, and I'm just unable to stop murdering things. Okay. Let's keep going for now. There's the zombie dog that I was running away from before. It's closing in now. Just considering at which range I start throwing, but I think this one is good enough. Yeah, there is a certain likelihood that this thing, one of them will make it close enough to me, but yeah. Never tried throwing when something's directly in my face. I mean, obviously the enemy will get a direct whack at me, but I don't know if the quality of my throw is in any way impaired, you see. There we go. Thanks, Shauna. I will. Currently, I'm still in the process of hoarding things at my home, but that's a good point to check what data on these smartphones is. Petrified person. Undead attack dog. Now that goes a little bit further than what I wanted to deal with. Although I am quite confident that even if one of them got close, it should be okay. So, okay, this is definitely not a distance from which we can't throw. But since I have a fairly high amount of ammo, I figured there's no reason not to start throwing from a pretty high distance. Got more than enough rocks for the job. Well, maybe not like that. Maybe we can use a few more, but you get the idea. Okay. You. 10 damage. Take that. Run away, you. Okay. I somehow have the feeling that we can't take the undead tech dog. Let's see. So with these rocks, we're not going to get ourselves beyond level 3, it says. This thing has a armor rating. Yeah. Just like I thought. The enemy is allowed to whack me, but at the same time, my throws still hit the target. So, yeah. Game just notified me that we're not gonna get further than this. Oopsie, that was with just throwing rocks at things. Or I don't know if it was because the enemy is not dangerous enough, but I think it is because throwing rocks at things is just not challenging enough anymore. But well. It brought me my first couple of tools, so I'm not really unhappy about this one. Could consider making some spears or stuff like that, huh? Alcohol wipes. Nice. Just what you need after a little tussle with a zombie dog, right? So, dear petrified person, rest in peace. So, there's another of these, and another one of those. Engine faulty. More further discussions needed. A couple of toilets. Okay. Salisbury Trail Guide. There we go. Okay, that's quite a lot of trails. That is a completely empty car. Nice. But this also means that I am now getting closer to a direct approach to Salisbury. Getting closer, though, well, there's still quite a pretty large amount of obstacles in my way, but yeah. Let's see. Figured with all that skill that I have accumulated already, might as well take a couple of distance shots now. There we go. Alright. Love the fact that we got a nice fat city to conquer here. Don't love the fact that I haven't found a single gun yet. Sometimes you are really getting guns quite easily. Sometimes it takes very, very long. So I am still learning throwing, so oops. Must have been the dog then. Good. Or maybe the game showed me the high distance throw a little bit weirdly. That had almost no whack behind it. That's been also the case. Anyways, glad to see that I don't need to swap onto heavier weapons to learn more combat for now. Okay. Let's see how bad it'll be up ahead. Oh, a zombie cop. But they're all going for a different thing. Okay. Okay. So even if I miss a couple of shots, the regular zombie dogs are so squishy that they explode quite quickly. Alright. Bye-bye, buddies. Alright. So we got our first tussle with a feral. Let's see. So far, looking good. Bit faster than me still, but yeah. So as long as I get a clean line of sight to these guys, we can take them down quite easily. And loot that nice pipe. It's not as if pipes are hard to get or anything, but as a matter of fact, they are quite nice early game loot. Auto-aim likes to linger one last shot on your last victim. There we go. Honestly, quite positively surprised how far just licking rocks can take us here. So... oh, there's the zombie runner. And quite a lot of other dudes. So yeah, zombie runners, as the name implies, they're fast. So we're chucking in as many as we can. Wow, nice. Took it down before it was able to whack me a single time. Okay. That is a good outlook here. Feels good to be able to just fling them down like that without being too worried about anything here. It's a good sign. It means that we got the very early threats of the game under control. Potato chips! And some weed. Okay. Tonight we might be dining in hell, but at least we're gonna be high. Zombie cops. This is making me really, looking forward to the loot. Sometimes these guys have guns. Police. And they also are quite slow, because armored. It also means that they have a tendency to be hard to kill, but yeah. We got a flashlight though. Tear gas sprayer. Well, not even a handgun, but whatever. I don't really mind. Yeah, they're lingering now on that square there. I don't care. Hey, E.T. Yeah, this game is very, very clunky. I hear you, man. 4 zombie runners. Oof. We probably don't want to get that way. But I mean, if I could separate them. Panicked people getting ripped to pieces. But yeah, if that crowd turns on me, I'm pretty done for. Therefore, I'm not going to do this. Okay. There's quite a horde on me. But I think my throwing skill is high enough to take me through this. So, thing is still a bit faster than me. So we're taking the stand here. So picking up as many rocks as I can before I start chucking things here again. Mostly limited by my ammunition right now. But yeah, it's fun. We can really take down larger groups of enemies. As long as I can take down fast parts of the enemies first. That is the important part. Alright, now I ran out of ammo. This is where things get a little bit finicky, because you need to kite around, pick up new rocks, and... No! Stop grabbing me, you filthy zombie thing. Yeah, there's gonna be really a lot of zombies to dispose of, but, well. It's also gonna be providing me with a very important experience. Salisbury's Urban Explorers map. You also get some interesting items here in between. Roads and abandoned buildings. Okay. Nice. So the flock of zombie runners down the road, if I would be able to separate them a little bit, it wouldn't be that much of a problem. Okay. I've been told, if E.T. is still around, that this game, though, is still... might be clunky to play, but it is many of my people watching my channel regularly keep saying that it's a pleasant game to watch. Alright. Next Zombo dog. Starting to throw here a little bit too early. But, yeah. Every point of damage matters. Oh, yeah. This is so cool. We are now at throwing level 3. Okay, it's quite a lot of zombies still. Too close. Okay. Okay. They're dying quite quickly now. Just grabbing a few more projectiles for the last dude. Meh. Yeah, the fat ones, they take a lot more ammo due to being tanky. Found a large wallet. I'm rich now. Oof. But so far, only the attack dog was able to touch me. Thanks, game player. You're playing Space Station 13. This is one of the games that I didn't get into, ET. I really tried, but I did really, I don't know. I bounced off of it, even though wanting to like it. But I mean, yeah. That doesn't... We don't need to be able to dig in everything. But I really like the idea of Space Station 13. Ooh. These zombie runners, they really take always one turn too many to keel over. There's still a zombie cop on the meadow here too. Dang, this is such good loot. And also experience, not to mention. I mean, the long run idea, I already mentioned it several times, but I want to talk about it one last time or so, is that with all the throwing, using grenades eventually will become so much more reliable and all. This was the initial light bulb moment for me when I realized that starting out with throwing isn't bad at all. It's actually genius because you get to use those high quality thrown weapons much more reliable. Heck, even a Molotov cocktail is much more reliable if you can trust yourself where to lob it. There we go. Zombie cop is no more. There's a zombie kid, isn't it? No, it's a regular zombie. Great. There we go. Stop smashing. Yes, please. Whoa, it's already in my face. Got 8 rocks. Yeah, it should be okay for a decaying one. There we go. It's a little bit of a patience test, but it is very, very effective, as the weapon that you're using is available everywhere. Compressed air horn. Individual patrol officer kit. Ah, well. Again, no luck. Too bad. That was the policeman that I looted. I was so much looking for a gun. Just one gun gives you already so much extra safety. Because even if you are not really proficient in marksmanship and all, it is still a weapon that deals tremendous amounts of damage. Firearms in Cataclysm are just like real firearms, devastating. I mean, it is absolutely realistic and relatable. But the problem is, without a proper gun, it can be very, very dangerous to be just close to some enemies. But, well, I mean, we cleared out that mob entirely. Without a scratch. I mean, it's pretty nice. Yeah, game player, I feel like this is the one thing, you can't hold too many rocks at once in your hands. I personally feel like it should be nerfed to 2 rocks tops, 1 per hand, basically. Because currently I'm abusing this a little bit hard. And yeah, rocks sometimes don't last when they are thrown somewhere. But yeah. It's, just walk around and gather a few new ones there, see. It's not that much of a big deal. I do see them limited in the amount of damage they can do, though. As the base damage of that ammo is pretty lowish. I mean, it's okay, considering that it's a item that is lying around everywhere. Would you lie down already, man? So, there we go. So, let's see. Yeah, I only attracted 1 runner. This is the goal right now, basically. Since I am unable to since I'm unable to run away from the runners, just whacking them before they can reach me. And so far it seems that... stop trolling me, auto aim. It seems as if you are totally okay with throwing 3 versus these enemies. I mean, it was so far really only the armored dog touching me. It's pretty nice. Honestly, I didn't expect that much success. Against the more dangerous ones, I mean. The next tier of zombies basically will shut me down. Like when they get more advanced abilities and such. There's much worse down the road, you see. But for now, we're good. Okay, let's pick up some rocks. Let's aim for the grey one first. I feel like with these dudes, you really notice how effective armor is against a archaic weapon like this. The armored zombies take so many more hits, and these guys are really not impressively armored or anything. Far from that. It's just fat. Legit. Okay. Let's pick up our ammo. But yeah. As much as I'm enjoying this, I would really vote for needing some piece of gear to do that, what I'm doing right now. Some sort of bag, holster, whatever. I mean, I don't mind in terms of realism what I'm doing here right now, but I do feel like it's a little bit goofy that you don't need to do any starting investment. Should you get my idea? That took them down quite quickly. Wow. So reaching the point that the regular ones I just don't need to kite anymore. Yes. Ah, that's good. So chewing gum and other funny substances. Naughty. Naughty little runner. Well, we're used to that, aren't we? Hey, Eve K, hi there. Yeah, I'm quite shocked how chill chucking rocks at zombies can be. I mean, this is they just don't get it. They just don't get to hit me yet. So, grocery store coupon flyer. Okay, for meat. Let's ponder deeper about that. I've noticed that several times now I hit them hard enough to knock them over, which seems to be also very, very handy at keeping them at distance. Alright, getting closer to throwing level 4. Not all bad in one day. Ooh. Some fresh weeds. Okay. Now that went smoothly down. I mean, I took down all of the scary runners now. With relative ease. Okay. Nice. Okay. Definitely powerful enough now that we can keep going like that. Ooh, MRE packages. First aid box. Hexamine stove. So what was that? Did we take down the local hobo? Okay. Almost ready to take the first steps into the city. It's always so nice when you've reached the proficiency where you don't need to do the safety dance anymore. Get the idea? I mean, sure, it's now against 3 zombies, we need to kite it out a bit. But yeah. This is quite a difference to where we started a couple of hours ago. Only thing that I'm really taking care of right now is that they're not getting really into my face while I'm whacking. Okay. Who's next? Oh, the tough guy. Yep, they just don't make it to me anymore if they're alone. Salisbury Road map. Okay. Not quite sure yet what the benefit will be of that Salisbury Road map, but whatever. Depression incoming! Okay. Ugh, there's even more of them now. A zombie medic. So, antiseptic powder. Well, probably was expecting a little bit more of that, but maybe I was also expecting too much. Alright, starting to take those more risky shots, where I keep throwing even though the enemy is already in my face. Not necessarily smart to do that, but also not necessarily to be that overcautious anymore. Oh, Of course. And then everything goes bad because you accidentally misclick, wield an item that you don't want to wield. That's what got me then. Because after all the 1 bajillion clicks, that went bad eventually. So speed is now at 87. We shouldn't do that anymore. We should go and come back tomorrow. But maybe we can loot something already here. I mean, the house down there should be cleared. But we're not gonna be that silly. Off to the evac shelter. No, we're not going to cancel auto moves now. It is time for me to say goodbye, everybody. Thanks for the wonderful company. We haven't had that much of a talk, but I hope you had a good time anyways. So, see you